Yep, it's time. The Battlegrounds genre has been around for more than a year now, growing from its very different type of gameplay and very impressive visuals. Starting from their strongest Battlegrounds to many others, the Battlegrounds genre impacted the Roblox discovery page by a long mile. Although the games are many and very popular, that does not mean that the games themselves are good or perfect. I can confidently call myself a pretty experienced player in the Battlegrounds genre, since I have been making content for more than a year, and I started playing around 2 years ago. That's why today I'm talking about the good, the bad, and the community of the Battlegrounds genre. Before I get into what I personally like about Battlegrounds genre, I should briefly explain the mechanics of any Battlegrounds games. Battlegrounds is a 3D fighting multiplayer platform that is most of the time based around anime, media, or other things that are related to fighting stuff in general. The fighting mechanics of the game are usually very simple to learn, but when used by a very advanced or sweaty player, it can be deadly. When you choose one of the many characters, you'll have the following things. A 4 light attacks that will ragdoll the enemy with a 4th attack. A down spin and an uppercut if the user is jumping in the air to perform the last attack. A passive if you kill any players with a finisher with the base movesets. 2 separate side dashes and also a backdash for mobility. And a simple block button that can help you fucking block attacks. Duh. While I don't want to go into too much detail with everything that I just said, I guess I can just explain the 4 base movesets as well as the ultimate. The base moveset can be broken down into 3 categories: the combo extenders, the combo enders, and the utility moves. The first 2 are kinda self-explanatory. One will keep the enemy in front of you after the use, and the other one will just throw them away after the use. But what I mean by utility moves is that they're not just used for damage purposes and have to be used differently than the other moves. To be honest, there isn't much to talk about the ultimate and stuff. You just go on crack. The moves are unblockable, they deal way too much damage to begin with, and usually they don't have much balancing on them. They don't serve that big of a point in the main game aside from easier win and simple farm killing with a specific character. But I suppose they are really fun on their own. Of all the things I explained, the one fact I really like about these games is the quality. For such a game of this good amount of visual and animation quality on the characters, it's really impressive. Speaking of characters, the characters aren't that good, cry about it, I expect you to be on another ring at 7 PM this Friday. Okay, now on a serious note. The characters of the Battlegrounds games are different one way or another, but they do have some similarities, like combos. Combos exist in any Battlegrounds games, it's just a simple chain of attacks with all of the simple mechanics from M1 to the base moveset to the environment around the fight to be used, and wall combos, or techs. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Techs are very interesting quirks in the Battlegrounds genre. They are small techniques by performing an action differently with a specific move, like holding the M1 button when using a move in order to combo extend easily. And I fucking hate them. Some devs do almost nothing to solve them, and they have been in the game since the very beginning. And if you're gonna say that they make you skilled, no, they don't. You can use them, but they are pointless most of the time, and the more they are pumped to the brim, the worthless some are gonna become. Techs in general have been normalized, and if you're the 1% that uses the moves that are intended with the techs themselves, I pray for you. Another thing that is horrible about the Battlegrounds genre are the updates. They started off as simple updates. One time a week they gave us at least something, a move or an emote. But now Battlegrounds games takes more than 4 fucking months to release an update, and if by the lord they do release it and fed this dry and dead community something, it can sometimes be the most lackluster dog shit that was ever made. Yay, now we go into the... Now the community of the Battlegrounds games are fucking retarded. Whether or not you agree with me, I already seen the entirety of what the main game has to give. The players, the developers, the YouTubers have one thing in common: an ego. Even I have one, and so do you. The simple idea is that if I die, it wasn't my fault, it's theirs for killing me. If that didn't make sense, don't worry, of course it didn't. That's just the logic that I've seen most of the players use nowadays. The players are just walking ego machines with the softest pride that can be shattered within a second. It's even worse for the people that are YouTubers, high kill players aka public threats, clanners and leaderboard players, and so on. If you disagree with what I just said, then I don't fucking care, cry about it in the comments. Now, I did talk about just the players, but what about the devs themselves? They are bad people, of course, and we don't have much on them, but what I can say is that some of them make good decisions and some of them just lose the plot on the drain. And I already talked about the updates being a mixed bag, but at some point they will die down. The players in a week or two will understand how to play it and then will get bored and ask for more updates that will take a month. It's a never-ending cycle that will start from enjoyment to understanding to boredom to waiting and then repeat. I also added this now, but the idea of competitive fighting is dog shit idea. I get that fighting communities can have a very competitive side, but BS, I don't give a shit. But the problem is that the rules of strictly competitive fighting affects the main side of the game, where there are no rules and nobody that can ban you or do anything about it. The big problem is that there are very good amount of kids on this game that make the entire player base think that if you don't go by this honor system, then you're bad, which is a stupid idea for a free-for-all game. And also the balancing is shit.
Can you believe it, guys? Christmas! Just a week away!
Well, after having my name on a watch list, I can proudly say it, I regret nothing. But seriously, Battlegrounds games are not bad games. They are very well made for a Roblox experience, and the only problem is the players themselves, and the updates, and the developers, and the kick. Okay, I'm sorry for that, but honestly, Battlegrounds games are very good games and enjoyable, but for what time they have, it's just a fighting without a reason. And if some players decide to grow up and stop pretending this game is anything to be taken seriously, then we can actually have an enjoyable, lasting experience. My final words are that they can get better. They have the money and the team to do it, and I do hope they can change. Yeah, also thank you guys for watching till the end. If you're still here, join the Discord server. This idiot wants me to promote it more, so might as well do it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you next time.